Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
This is Relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship, connections. 9 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage, sex,
And we're having a great time already.
yourself, your family, divorce, your ex, your co-workers, your friends, your situation, your lover, your mother, you name it, connections. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With your
it up, right?
hosts, V and Cash.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's Thursday. You know what that means. Relationship-ish. We're here to talk about the cornerstone of every relationship, connection. So we're going to dive in and we're always going to have a good time. So, V, would like to subscribe, follow us on Facebook. Tell your mother, tell your friend, tell your cousin, tell your aunt, your uncle, even tell your grandpa. Come follow us. All right.
Well, yeah. Wait, I was waiting. You used to say I'm Cash, and then I say I'm V, but you just stopped, and I was like, oh, so I didn't know what you were doing. I'm like, okay, I'm just a creature of habit.
I
So
don't
we
know
change it
what
up
I'm
on-
doing
I don't
either.
know
I
what we're
forgot
doing.
that I'm Cash. I'm just
And
tired.
I'm
I'm so
V.
tired.
And
this
if
is
you would
relationship.
like, we would love you to call in at 929-282-0266. Oh, 66. It's right there. It's streaming so you can see it. So please feel free to call and let us know whatever your opinions are. We have a guest today, a really good friend of mine, and his name is Vince. Vince, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So, Vince, we feel really lucky to have you here today. We have a male's perspective. So,
Here I am.
so
Thank you.
So
This
I have a
Workout
question for.
Nation.
I'm hyped about
question-
being on. I mean, this is the hottest podcast on Thursday nights.
Oh, okay,
Right.
yeah.
Kind of a little bit nervous, but definitely was hyped. Definitely was hyped.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew.
So, Cash usually has a question. So today I have a question.
Oh.
So if you're going to rate your day, or you could rate your week as a car, what type of car would you be? I'll go with you, Vince, because you're our guest, and then we'll see. So if you're, tell us first. Are you rating your day or your
I'm on the
week?
spot. All right.
Is he frozen?
I'll rate my week so far.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll rate my week since the week's almost over, so I'll rate the week. It's a good question. I guess maybe a Honda Accord. If I was going to pick this week and pick the
Why
car
are
I
you a
wanted to
Honda
be,
Accord?
maybe a Honda Accord.
Why?
Well, I would rather pick a sport car. I guess they're dependable, right? Get up and go, and it's you can just like me, just getting there and going, dependable. It was a long week, so just like a Honda, dependable to be there. No
All right.
problems. They have long mileage. You know.
Okay. So So Honda Accord week. That's the kind of week he's having. How about you, Cash? What kind of week are you having?
You know those old Herbie the Love Bug little cars that is compact. I feel like a Herbie the Love Bug that I just have to keep going. And I'm packing a lot of things into this week, and it's like slow and steady, like beep, 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 beep. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Beep, 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 beep. Herbie the Love Bug. Yes.
So
No.
you're
Flash
feeling
my
Herbie the
life.
Love Bug because everything is filling you up, or because you're feeling love?
It's definitely not love. It's the love of pain. It's not love. It's the love of pain. Getting up, I'm like looking at my eyes. You know how Herbie the Love Bug had the eyes going up
Oh
and
yeah.
down. Yeah, it's not love. It's I'm trying to pack a lot in to this little week. I need about 10 days. So Herbie the Love Bug, he could hold a lot. You know what I mean? So I think all the people that used to jump out and stuff, and the cars going up and the cars going down, but he still's broken down, but keeps on going. That's me. That's my week. Herbie the Love Bug.
I like that.
It nothing to do with love. The love of pain is if you had to say something.
All right. So I would rate my week, not my day, but I'll rate my week. And I'm just going to pick the car that I drive, which is a Kia Sorento, because my week, like, yes, because everything goes wrong, but the car just keeps on going. It's like 10 years old. It's got a lot of stuff going on, but it just keeps on going. That's my week. This happened, that happened, but you just keep on going. So that, I'd rather be an Alfa Romeo, but that wasn't my week.
I mean, if you want to talk about how I'm feeling on a regular basis, that would be
Okay.
a Lamborghini Countach.
Oh.
Zoom. Okay, never mind. Something's wrong with me. Pew, pew, pew. All right. I know how Mark loves that sound.
I like your picks.
Mhm. So,
Go ahead.
what do you got for us? What?
So today, let me just tell you, is National Lost Sock Memorial Day. And I'm just going to let you know, I cannot stand mismatched socks. If they're mismatched socks, I'm throwing them out. So I'm so glad they have a day that we can mourn them and we can throw them out, because I don't know what gremlin is inside of my dryer or washing machine. I swear I go in with 2 socks and I come out with half a sock. So today's Lost Day, Memorial Day. Let's all mourn for those one-siders. And it's Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yes, it
So
is.
both of them, I got to give them up to the teachers, because you got to, you have to teach those bad kids, the good kids, in between kids. Thank you, teachers, for doing what you need to do for this week. I'm so proud of you. Vince, do you wear mismatched socks?
I do not. It's one thing I don't
Okay.
do. I invested a lot of money. If I have mismatched, they go in the trash too. But you're right. Though
All
I've
right.
thrown many of them in the dryer, and one of them disappears.
I'm just saying. Iris says
Iris
lost socks.
Lost socks who can't come home.
You got to give it up to them. But you wear mismatched socks. Sean Don Brown wears mismatched. That's what's wrong with your day. When you wear mismatched socks, all right, that's all I'm gonna say. You're mismatched in the head.
Well, sometimes you put
No.
you put 4 pairs of socks in and you get 3.5. I'm like, where do the socks go?
And I just
I'm
have
like-
to look. I had to be barefoot today. Just barefoot.
Well, I was barefoot because I had sandals on, but not because of that.
It happens
It happens when you're rushing.
I've done that though. I wore, and someone was with me. I wore 2 different shoes. Someone was with me and she was like, "Oh, that's a new trend."
Yes, because they were the same shoe, and she had on blue. What did you have? Blue and black.
Yes.
So they
And
were
then
the same
just
shoe.
looks
but
down at me after I'm in the building and goes, "Oh,
I
that's
just looked down. I was like,
interesting."
that was an interesting look. They were the same shoe, but 2 different colors. I'm like, I thought she was going there.
For someone who's so judgmental, thanks for the help, V. Okay. Also, the pollen, I
Oh,
was
it's
listening
raining?
today.
Yes, 2 different.
What happened? I'm frozen? No, I'm not. Oh,
Vince is frozen. in.
oh, flip-flops that.
Oh, I'm
It's this
frozen.
pollen. It's
Yeah,
the
Vince-
pollen. So I've been looking at TV because I am like dying inside the school. I love in the morning where it's nice and cool when you first get out in the morning and you can roll your windows down. I have my sunroof open. I'm dying. I am absolutely dying in the morning, in the afternoon. I feel it's all in here. The pollen is outrageous. I'm not usually someone who has these allergy things. So then I'm like, something's wrong with me. I'm getting old. I'm dying. I don't know. I'm starting to get bronchitis, asthmatic, collagen. I think I have everything. Everybody who knows me, they're like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And I'm like, yes, I do. I'm dying. I think I'm having pulmonoma. I don't know. And then on the radio, they were like, the allergy season is out of control for everybody because we had a mild winter. And
Yes.
you know this?
Mhm.
Mother Nature, help me. We need to call out to Mother Nature. Woo, woo, woo. We need to call
Well,
out.
we got global warming.
I
That's
thought
what
it
you
was
get.
just me. I thought it was just me. But the pollen is everywhere. It's all over my car. It's all over my bike. It's all over me. I'm looking at what's this green stuff. I was so upset. And then I started looking because, that made me say pause. It made me pause. I'm like, yeah, I want to be socially conscious. But then when I heard about the global warming, I'm like, okay. But no, people, let's start to get
Let's
into
fix it.
action. Okay? Because I
Listen.
can't.
It's killing everybody. The pollen is outrageous. My asthma
Yeah.
is really kicking my butt. Normally I just call the doctor the next day I can come in, and they're like, no, you have to wait several days because the office is packed with everybody who can't breathe because of the pollen. I'm like, what?
You know,
And then I went there and I was like, holy cow, it was really packed. People can't breathe. People's eyes are watering. It's affecting everybody differently. But do you have allergies, Vince?
Can you hear me okay?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have allergies?
Not that bad, but it's acting up just like everybody else's. But did you ever hear the Navage?
Well,
You
you
can
put it
get
in
it
your
like
nose
that.
and it comes out.
Yeah, I've got one of them last year. That's probably the best thing I ever used. As far as, I mean, it definitely helps with this. And
Yeah.
I feel that I get sick less also. It clears your whole sinuses out.
All right, I'll try that.
Better than
Navage,
you have, yeah, Navage. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it drowned. I mean, I think I'm doing it wrong because I tried it and I felt like
I'm
I
afraid
was
to
in a
try it, but I'm gonna try
pool.
it.
I felt I was in a pool and I couldn't breathe and it was going down and I was like that
I know.
stinging in my brain. You like that?
There's a trick to it. There's a trick to it. There's a trick to it. They say if you put your tongue at the top of your mouth while you do it, it'll just go through your sinuses. It'll circulate through your sinuses. It won't go down. It was the first time I felt like I was going to drown too. And then watch some YouTube videos, excuse me, and some tips to it where you keep your tongue to the top of your
put
mouth.
your tongue in the back of your mouth. I'm gonna try it.
It works. It
Because
definitely works.
I can't breathe right now. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't. No, you hear me wheezing. It's just me with
But
my one sock and my one lung.
Yeah. But, and she is the worst at this one lung thing. So I definitely thought I had a pulmonopnea in my lungs today. The way I was coughing, I was like, and I never even smoked. Except that one time, but we'll talk about that another episode. I'm just saying. It was allegedly I smoked one time.
Well, can I just say one thing? I'm digressing. This has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about. Justin Bieber's wife is having a baby. I'm so excited. Congratulations. I'm just saying. He's my guy. I just had to say it. I had to say it. Yes. I love him. I know everybody's like, what?
Justin Bieber. That is her little man.
And
she's a cougar.
So he's having a little baby, his first child, and I'm excited for him. That's it. I'm done. No, I have another digressing. Do you know what? In New York State, I'm just saying,
Let's
I
hear it
just
for
found
Justin
out today
Bieber.
and I have to share it. In New York State, we are putting 2,000 buses on the road equipped with cameras. So if you go on the bus lane, you're going to get a ticket because the bus will automatically take a picture of your license and you'll get a ticket in the mail. If you go in we're putting 2,000 of those buses out there for the bus lane. That's what we're doing with our money.
Wow.
I'm sick. Is this New York State or New York City?
New York State, 2,000 buses going in all over the state, wherever there's bus lanes.
So they'll ticket you if you're driving in the bus lane.
Yes,
okay.
but they're putting over
Yeah.
2,000 cameras. So you know how much money that is?
It's a lot of money.
Cash, check, because I thought it was state, but maybe there's no bus lanes in the state. Are there? Look at the city. But that's even worse. If it's in the city, that's 2,000 buses. That's a lot of buses.
I'm just saying, I'm upset. This is starting to irritate me. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Because allegedly I speed. I'm not going to say that I speed, but allegedly, New York State, I speed. They gave me a ticket for 29 miles per hour in a 25 because it was a school area. Now, I'm so sorry. If you are still at school and it's 9:30 p.m. at night, your mama is not doing a good job, your daddy, somebody, if you're out in the street and you need a crossing guard at 9:30 p.m. at night, you need something else other than giving me a ticket.
So you got the ticket for 9 o'clock at night?
It was 9:30 at night. I got a speeding ticket for 29 miles per hour.
Don't they have certain between school hours or when kids are present?
No, I
before-
found
gave her
out
the
it's
ticket.
24 hours a day now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because they want money. That's all they're doing is trying to get more and more money. So they give you a ticket, and they keep, if you have to watch it because they also have the cameras on the, where the stoplights, but that's not the problem. The problem is where it used to be 35, they've changed it to 30 so that they can give you a ticket. Where it used to be 30, it's now 25. So you can get a ticket.
It's just a ploy to get more money. And then
Yeah, and they got cameras
mad
all over the
because-
place now. So
Yeah.
and they're getting mad and they stop selling the hide that your license plate thing. Allegedly, I would never do this thing, but they hide the license plate of the car. They're giving tickets for that or whatever. But I'm starting to, when I first saw the story, I was like, why does someone want to hide their license plate? But now I got the ticket 2 times in the same place. I think I want to hide my license plate allegedly.
Allegedly.
I would never do that because I am an honorable citizen.
Of course
But
you are.
I'm an upstanding citizen who does not speed often at all. I mean, most times I'm driving not the speed limit, but that's not the case. You're not supposed to catch
drives the
me.
speed limit? Does anybody
My
really drive the
sister.
speed limit? Really?
My sister.
I mean, if you drive the speed limit on the highway, you're going to get run over.
Yeah,
Everybody's going to.
She has people honking at her. She's not a.
Yeah.
She follows the rules. If it's 55, she'll be
Gotcha.
going 55. She's not going to go 50, but she's going to go 55. I'm like, we have to hurry up. She's like, I know. I'm going like 57 right now. I'm like this. Okay, we're never gonna get there. Do you want me to drive?
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna have to get a hide the plate, flip my plate kind of thing because this is a bus now, a car, a
bus.
light.
But the thing is, they're saying the bus is only going to give you a ticket if you're in the bus lane. But I'm thinking that they're going to that's this week's thing, right? And then after that, they're like, this is working, so the bus is just going to
Yeah.
give tickets. They're going to take pictures of people.
That was
speeding
just
or
like
whatever.
that was just like the speed cameras. It was supposed to protect the children, love
Right.
the
So it's supposed to be
children.
school hours now. It's 24.
Now
I feel
it's
like the more
24.
money they can make, the more money they can make is That's what they're
Well,
doing.
Yeah.
I'm investing in flip your license plates.
Okay.
I'm gonna be making them and selling them
And-
just
and
so
you-
people
and
can
what
have
you-
privacy.
I'll tell my son to send you some cookies in the jail when you you will really be making license plates. It's wrong.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. $190 ticket. Yeah. Like what? And you have to pay for processing fees.
Wow.
I can't go pay the ticket, but I have to pay for your processing fee for Bojo to sit down and go, thank you.
Well,
It's going to
I don't even
cost you.
understand why we have
You
to pay
have
the
to pay it
processing
either
fee.
way.
Isn't the ticket? Yeah, but isn't the ticket the processing? Like, what? That's not enough. You're not getting enough from the ticket to pay Bojo. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Allegedly, I don't know.
Because I'm thinking,
Oh, that's $190 ticket for flipping your plate. Well, I would never flip my plate.
and how do you know that, Don? Sean?
I would never. Oh, on my motorcycle, I definitely show everything.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, his motorcycle club.
Mhm.
Is it motorcycle club or motor club? I don't know because he doesn't ride motorcycles. Oh, ecstasy, snow baby. Oh, that's a nice name. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you know I'm upset. Motorcycle club, my motorcycle club. I didn't know they had motorcycle clubs for backpackers. All right, so
Okay. Are you
Vince, do you
okay?
ride?
Sean, she's just joking for educational purposes only.
All right, guys. We are crazy. We are doing it tonight. Again, if you're watching us, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Tell your friends to watch Relationship Ish on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Your Book, My Book. I forgot what else we're on.
Everywhere.
Spotify, Amazon. We're
Wherever your favorite
everywhere,
podcast is.
and the Evening Rush Network. So
Please subscribe.
subscribe, download that
Oh, yeah.
app because we are here for you guys. All right, so we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into our topic. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
The Evening Rush Entertainment presents the Still in Love Tour concert at 2685 Penthouse Lounge, August 10th, featuring Naquasia, Essence Official, Jay Relentless, with special guest Brie Anani and Zay Hefner. Get your tickets now and be a part. You don't want to miss this of an amazing night of R&B.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
Welcome back. I'm V,
And I'm Cash.
and we have our guest, Vince. We're so happy to have him today. And our topic
Thank you.
today
Thank
is how to conquer your fears of online dating. I didn't realize that I was actually afraid to go online dating. I just kept saying, like, I don't want to date. I'm not dating anybody. But when I started to actually go online dating and putting my picture out there and everything, I realized I really was afraid. How about you guys? Were you afraid to go online at the beginning?
Uh,
I
no, not really. I wasn't. I was anxious. I was ready.
Oh, okay.
I was ready.
How about you, Cash?
No, I'm a nervous Nelly. It's just like, do I want to be out there? Do I? Because everybody's like, well, online dating reaches global people. So just put it out, put yourself out there. If you want somebody, you got to put yourself out there. And I'm like, okay, no, okay, no, okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And which site do I go on?
Yes,
I mean,
that's another thing.
I don't know. And what if I find some crazy?
Yeah,
What if
I know. I was
Ugh.
afraid no one was gonna like my pictures. Like I was looking at some of those ladies' pictures, and I was like, okay, so no one's gonna swipe right on me, and that fear of rejection. That's one of the fears that people have. Is what I was thinking. Like you're gonna go out there, and who's gonna like you? No one, and then you're gonna feel like an idiot. So I was like, I was scared. I was definitely afraid of that. No, and I was afraid talking to a stranger. But if you met somebody at a party or a bar, they'd be a stranger when you first meet them. So, at least you're at home and you could you can just go click and you could be off.
So what are the top fears for online dating?
Well, one of them is the fear of rejection because
What do you mean
people are
by
afraid.
that?
Well, they're afraid that no one is going to like them. They're afraid that they're not going to choose the right person. They don't know how to choose. They don't know what to say. If somebody does like them, they don't know. Like, somebody puts a winks at them and they're like, now what should I do? I don't know what to do. Do I put a wink back or do I say hi or, so they're afraid. And if you're a woman, you're like, is it too much? If I like this guy, should I say hi? Is it too aggressive? Is he going to think like this lady? It's hard, And if you're a man and you say hi to a few girls or ladies and they haven't responded, then you start feeling, I guess.
Men feel that way? I don't think men feel that way. I think they are
I think they do. Vince, do men feel? Do you feel rejected if you said hi to a couple of girls that you really thought you liked and no one got back to you?
No, not now because I have cases where can you hear me? Yeah. No. I had cases where you like somebody or you send a message, hi, how are you? And they don't get back to you right away. And they might get back to you a week later and say, oh, I apologize, I haven't been on. And then you start a conversation up that way. But if they don't get back to you, it wasn't meant to be. Like I don't, it's where you get upset about it. Is some people that are going to have that chemistry. You really don't. I mean, you could like somebody like their profile pictures, but until you get to know them, at least talk to them, then that's more of an attraction. Or somebody that you were maybe didn't think you would like, and maybe, but once you start to get to know them and like the chemistry's there and you meet up with them, I like to get to know them a little bit on the phone first, talking and comfortable, and then just I'm not big about, because this happened when I first started. Like you go out for dinner, I would rather meet for like a coffee, like short and sweet, because you kind of know if you are attracted to each other in person or if there's chemistry, and if you're not, no harm, no foul. You're just meeting for a coffee. Mm-hmm. But no, as far as if somebody don't get back to me, they don't get back, and then you just keep swiping. And hopefully it works out. Hopefully somebody's out there, right?
I'm not the coffee girl. I don't want to go out for coffee. I will talk to you on the phone and I will video chat you. And then I want to have, if I'm going, I already know I like you, or else I'm not even going on a date with you. So if I'm going on a date with you, why are we having coffee? I don't want to have coffee with you. I want to have a date. I want to sit down, eat a meal, and let's just really talk. I did a coffee date. I was like, this is ridiculous. And then the guy I did a coffee date with, he's like, so now we really have to go to dinner. Because I was like, and I did go out to dinner with him. But I'm just saying, I was just like, yeah, because it was coffee. And yeah.
Can I say something?
I just want a regular meal.
like if you meet up for coffee, but it's no commitment as far as you might meet up with coffee. If I meet up with somebody with coffee and we're getting along and there's an attraction and chemistry in the conversation, doesn't mean you have to end it. There's so much stuff you can do. But if it's not there, then you don't
You can say
feel
goodbye.
bad. Yeah, you don't feel bad, because I usually, hey, listen, I mean, I've said stuff to where like, well, suppose we don't like each other, or the girl did, and if you see me and you're not attracted, or if I say, order a small coffee, you know what I mean? If you're not interested, something like that, so you kind of, we'll make it funny. Like we'll go in there, I order a large, you order a small, and just or whatever, finish the coffee, nice meeting, and then you could go. But if you have that, because I went on one where we were in there, it was a Starbucks, and we were in there for probably almost 2 hours, talking. And we wound up just going to the park after that, walking around. We were able to, luckily it worked out for a little bit. And then obviously,
Well, I went on a coffee date that turned into a lunch date, but Secret says that it's a coffee. I only went on one coffee date, and I'm never going on another one. But I went on two, and I don't like those coffee dates, so I don't want to do it. So if someone wants coffee, that's fine. But then they don't really want to date me. They need to go out with somebody who doesn't mind doing that. But I went out for like what Vince said. I went out for a coffee date, and I said, okay, so we were like done with our coffee. He goes, well, why don't we have lunch? I was like, well, we said we were going to have coffee. He goes, well, I feel like the chemistry's there, and I want to have lunch. I'm like, all right, so we did have lunch, and then we dated for like 7 months after that. So that worked out. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like before I go on a date with you, I've already texted back and forth, talked to you on the phone, video chat you. I'm like, I don't like it. I already think I like you, and I've already talked so much. I've already video chatted. So I don't feel like I'm going blindly on this to meet this person.
Well, I think for some people, they're not going to do. Some people is like, I want to see what you're like in person. I'm gonna. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't want to. I think going for coffee is like if you meet it's new. Like you talk to them a couple of times. But I want to see how we interact, or I'm just wasting my time because I might think we're wasting our time. So let's do coffee. Like Vince said, let's order a small, like I get there and I'm like, this is definitely not for me. Have an espresso shot, and it's time to go. Like,
oh, you have
everything
the espresso. You really did.
Yeah, everything might not be. When I see you, I'm like, oh my, I'm a tall woman. I can't have someone who's 2'2".
Well, it's on their profile how tall they are. Then if they're lying, that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, how many people?
Well, everybody's taller than me, so it doesn't matter. I'm 5'2". Okay. He's not taller than me. So
the second fear.
I dated someone who was. I went on a date with somebody who was shorter than me.
Have you ever gone on a date where their profile picture did not look like them?
Yes.
At all?
Yes.
Oh, she has her story. I think we
I've
told that one already.
I've had all kinds of profile pictures. How about you? Have you had that, Vince?
Yeah, that happened. That happened. Yeah, that happened before. It happened twice. And it scarred me.
Scarred you?
What?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. The screen froze for a minute, but no. Well, it was years and years and years ago. One of the dating site where it had maybe 15 years ago. So it wasn't like the newer dating sites out, and we were texting back and forth and talking. And she totally had a profile picture. We were getting along on the phone. And that was the one time, we'll meet up for dinner. And it was when I lived in PA. And she was there before me. So it was outside one of these steakhouses. And there was, people are sitting outside and these girls are sitting outside. And I parked the car and I couldn't really tell. but I was like, oh, they look attractive. Maybe not. I don't know if it was her, because I was a distance away. Because you always had the butterflies the first time you're meeting and everything like that. Because we didn't have the video chat. It was just like sending text messages, talking on the phone. So as I got out of the car and started walking, I remember 3 guys came over, and the girls that I were looking at, they weren't together, but they were like, I guess waiting to go in, waiting outside. But I was attracted, they were very beautiful. And it could have been, as I was getting closer, the guys came over and they went with the guys. And then it was this, and before I tell you this, not to offend anybody, not every guy in the world thinks Halle Berry or is, the most beautiful, or Jennifer Aniston, or every girl thinks Brad Pitt or whatever, but everybody has a preference. Right. Everybody has a preference. It doesn't matter. Like, every person's beautiful, but every person's attracted to a certain type.
I 1000% agree.
When I was walking close, the woman, she did not look like it at all. And she started looking at this, and she was very, 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 nothing wrong with that, but I wasn't attracted. And I was like, oh, please, Lord, no, please. But I felt like somebody pushed me out of an airplane, and you just keep walking toward the light, and the butterflies, Vince, and I'm just, oh, Jesus.
Did you say you don't look anything like your profile picture?
And I was already committed. I did not. I was an amateur. I didn't know what to say. Just, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And she's like, oh, you look exactly like her. I said, yeah, thank you. And then she's like, do you want to go? And that was when we were going for dinner. That's why after that, I'll never meet for dinner. But we went in there, and she's like, oh, do you want to order? Prior to that, my buddy, I said, do me a favor, just call my phone, and if I answer, oh, really? Oh, like, make something up or whatever. But if I don't answer, everything's good. So we went in there, and she was like, oh, we'll get some appetizers. And I said, I'm not really hungry. I just give me a Captain and Coke, and finish the drink. And then he called, and then, oh, really? Oh, are you okay? Where you at? Is everybody all right? And then kind of played off, I got to go. I'm so sorry. And, oh, I'll come with you. No. I'll call you later. I apologize. And then, that was it. And then I think she called me one time after that. And I said, listen, I apologize, but you didn't look like. And she's like, oh, well, that was from a couple years ago. And I trying to be nice. I didn't say this to her, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't even you. So that was one. The second time.
That gets to the next time of ghosting.
Right. I don't want to take all your time up, but the second time, same place. I tried the dinner again, same situation. Okay. And I pulled up and I called her. And I looked up, same parking spot, and this girl, I don't want to offend anybody, she was bigger than the last one. I was, what the hell's going on with me? And she's sitting there. And I was so mad because you're putting time in the conversations and everything. And she sent the picture. Maybe it resembled her, but was from years and years and years ago. And I didn't even get out of the car. I said, listen, I apologize. I can't make it. I was going to try to call.
That's okay. That's what you say.
I'm done. I'm not.
They already know they're putting bogus pictures out there.
I'm not going in there with her.
Well, how did you know it was her?
Right. Right. So that's why I go out. What's that?
I said, how did you know it was her?
I'm sorry, screen froze. Because I was in the car and I called. And I was watching her pick the phone up.
Oh, so she goes, hello?
Because when I called from my car. She picked the phone up. Yeah, and she couldn't see me, and I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Listen, are you there?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm out front sitting on a bench." And I was like, "I see you," but she didn't see me. And I was like, "Listen, I apologize. I'm sorry." And I didn't even get, because at that point, it really, maybe it could have been her, but it totally wasn't. You know what I mean? Maybe from years and years ago, but I mean, she was. And I just,
a lot of people put bogus pictures out there because when I go on dates, they're like, oh, you look like your pictures. Oh, I thought you're going to be heavier because most people, I'm like, I put the real picture out there because I know I'm going to meet you and you're going to say it's not you. So I'm like, I'm not,
Oh my God. Secrets Corner. She looks like her pic, so I didn't understand the surprise. I guess she was video chatting and then the guy ghosted her. And then Sean Brown's reply was, does her weight match? Y'all guys, that, and that's the fear of some girls. The second fear of online dating is getting ghosted. What?
Yeah, they are afraid of getting ghosted. But Cash, if you put your whole self out there, like, so if you keep taking only pictures from here up, right? So they can't see your body. And then when they see your body, they're not attracted to that, right? Because I know some African Americans, males, not all, and I'm not offending anybody. I'm just saying some people do not like thinner women, which I am. So then they want a thicker woman. So they're not really attracted to me. So if I take pictures like this and they're like, oh, she's a black girl, she probably is nice and thick and good, just like I like her. And then I come out, then they're like this.
There is nothing about your face that says that you thick. Hello.
I can be thick. My face is round.
Oh, okay.
Look, I can be thick. You don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, so I feel like it's just, if you don't want to waste time, you can hold yourself in your pictures. You have to be honest. Like guys taking pictures from here up, so you can't see that they're bald. It's okay to be bald, but like, what are you doing? Like, so we know what that picture means.
Be honest.
Right. So, and then I went out on a date with a guy who.
And you want somebody to like you for yourself. Yeah.
The first guy I ghosted, I did ghost him. I went out. That's when I started to do the video chat. Before I can go out with you, I need a video chat because I didn't video chat him. We just talked and I saw his pictures and everything. And then he was totally bald, but his pictures, he has hair, but I was like, how did you do that? Because it doesn't look like a toupee. His daughter, did doctored the pictures, like kind of professionally. So it looks like his hair. And he's totally bald, which is totally fine. I don't have something against bald guys, but I was not expecting it. And then it was just threw me off. Like, I was just like, what else is not true? And it didn't work. So then I that's the first person I ever ghosted. I ghosted 2 guys in my life. So sorry. He's probably looking that. Yeah, I did ghost him. Did you ever ghost anybody, Cash?
No, I've never ghosted, but that's a fear of being online, is being ghosted. Stopping
I've been ghosted.
Abrupt communication without an explanation of why usually leaves people like wanting, like, oh,
right.
What happened? Like, what did I do? Did I say something wrong? They're already vulnerable going online, and now they're being ghosted. So once it happens once, it's like, what did I do? What am I doing wrong? This is not for me. I thought we were building a relationship, and then you find out that he was a prince in Africa, and then I only needed to give him $5,000 and he would get his gold back. And he ghosted me. I don't understand what happened. I was going to be queen of Zamunda. So
I got ghosted after talking to somebody for 2 weeks, and then radio silence. I'm like this. And then I started looking back at like some of the texts. I'm like, did I say something wrong? What happened? Like, you blame it on yourself.
Oh, but I got to talk about this being ghosted. This person, okay, was like, this is my man. I'm moving to Sweden to be with them. But he is just so kind. He's so sweet. He sends all these emojis and flowers to me. I love it. I can't. I look, he's my man. Don't say anything bad about him because he's my man. And so I was like, he looks kind of soft for you, because this person like, And this guy was like, I mean, he was good build, but he
Yeah, I like
still,
muscles.
he looked kind of like, I was like, well, if that's your type now, she's like, you don't know my type. I said he's my man. He's my man. Why you got to question it? I'm not going to be convinced. I'm like, okay, he's your man. All of a sudden, he had a surgery and he didn't know if he was going to make it. And he had cancer. And prostate cancer. Okay. I was like, our fathers both had prostate cancer. I mean, brother, it's fine. It's fine. She's like, I'm so worried about him. He went into surgery and he never called me back. I'm like,
no, he did call me back. That she's talking about me, guys, because they don't know that you're talking about me. She's talking about me.
oh,
But this is what I did. Yeah, but this is what I did. He was.
I
talking
would
to me, but
never
talking to me
think
different.
that.
So I went on a different website. He was on that website, and I made my name some other name, and he started talking to me like the same way he talked to me in the first place. That's the only person I ever did that to.
Oh.
I caught him, and he's like, "Yeah, I haven't met anybody on any of these sites. You know, like I'm looking, but so and I used another friend of ours' picture because I told her I was going to do it. The Lexi, I'm just going to say, but I used Lexi's picture, so he thought he was talking to Lexi, but he was talking to me. But he was telling her all the things that he told me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like this.
Wow,
Yes. So so that's why we stopped talking. He didn't ghost me. I went back and told him off. But anyway, so yes, I did do that.
Never talk about that. I would not. I said a friend. It was
Well, that's
not
what I
the-
did. I'm like, look, you know, I'm crazy.
And deranged.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I ghosted 2 people. Did you ever ghost anybody? Anybody out there
Well,
ghosting people?
Oh, you know, I ghosted that one person. I was dating her for like 6 weeks. We had went out for Valentine's Day and was buying all this stuff.
Tell the story.
I was like, you know, I just got my job back. What are you doing? Oh, I'm buying a whole bottle of champagne. I'm buying a whole filet mignon. I'm gonna get the whole snapper, the whole Chilean bass, and I was like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Anybody ever been to Aquavit? Aquavit in the city is money. I'm like, and this person was a doctor, so I'm like, oh, okay, this must be on you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And then the bill came, and you're like, oh, you know, thank you for taking me to my birthday. I'm going to the bathroom. I was like, what? She's like, I don't even have my wallet tonight because this food was so good. I was like, oh, okay. Let me just tell you, I went there for the Groupon price. I put down my Groupon money. To the $200. I put my group down money. I was like, I had the Groupon. So this is what mine is costing. Deuces, I'm gone. Bye. And the waiter was like, yo, she's a bitch. I was like, yes. And this is why this is ending right here. And then she came out, she was calling, like, where are you? I can't find you. The waiter is here. He's like, I owe the rest of the bill. I told you I didn't have my wallet. Deuces. That was the last time. Bye. What? Girl, now bye. Bye.
Well,
that's the worst ghosting that I did.
Well, a guy ghosted me when we were walking up the stairs to make a longest shortest I can make it. We were walking up the stairs. On this our very first date, it was raining, drizzling. So I had my coat like this over my head. So then it stopped drizzling. We were parked way down. There was no parking. And so I took my coat like this, and I guess he was trying to grab my hand, but I didn't know that. So I went to fix my coat because it was falling. So he tripped over his own feet trying to grab my hand, and then he fell and he chipped his tooth. and it was bleeding. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh wow.
Like, I'm like, oh my God. He's like, it's fine. I just need to go in and rinse my mouth out. So he went and he rinsed his mouth out. But I was like, so should we go like to urgent care or a dentist or something? Because like your mouth, he's like, it's fine. So how many times I'm going to ask you to go to like get your, like, look at your tooth? You don't want to do it. Like, what do you want me to do? So he orders a meal. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're ordering a meal. And he's talking to me. And then the meal comes and he goes, okay, you know what? This isn't going to work. So he takes his plate and I'm like, oh, is it hot? What's wrong with it? And he just took he's like, shakes his head and he just takes his plate and he goes, and then waiting to eat because I don't want to eat without him. I don't know where it's. So then I go up to the waitress and I said, you know, did you see that guy who was sitting with me? What happened to him? He brought his plate back. I don't know what was wrong with it. She's like, oh, he got his food to go. We wrapped it up and he left. So he said you were going to pay for it. I was like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so you might as well wrap mine up too. And then I paid for it. But he left because he was mad because I chipped his tooth, but I didn't chip his tooth. I didn't know it was going to hold my hand. I didn't know it was going to fall. But anyway, so yes, he ghosted me after that. But also, he didn't even say, he said, this isn't going to work. I'm like, okay, but I didn't understand. Now I understood afterwards that, yes, that happened to me. True story. I have plenty of them. But anyway, so what do we got?
So if you're out there, like, subscribe, follow. Thank you for joining us, everybody on the chat. If you want, you can always call in. If you don't want to be on the chat, you can call in. Don't know that number, but yes,
that's my
do.
Dude. Really, that's what you have to say, Sean. That's my dude.
That's because Sean is on crazy. 929-282-0266. Call in if you want to tell us a story. Y'all never call in, but it's okay. I like it that y'all comment.
So inclined, we love to hear your stories, and I want to thank you for always supporting. You guys, we're like steadily growing, and it's because you guys are liking and sharing, and we appreciate you. But we might as well just do one more, and then we're gonna have to do have a part two, Miss Cash. But anyway, so another thing is one of the struggles why people are apprehensive about online dating is because they're not clear of what they want. So you're swiping on somebody's looks, you're not reading the profile, or you're reading half the profile and you think this person is it. You're swiping right on everybody and you don't know what you're looking for. If someone says, what are you looking for on this app? You need to be able to say, I'm looking for A, B, C, and D. And if you don't know what you're looking for, that's one of the reasons you are apprehensive and scared. You don't know what you're doing. You need to have a plan. I'm looking for a long-term relationship. I'm looking for casual. I'm looking for like somebody who's financially stable. I'm looking for someone who has no kids. I'm looking for someone who has kids. What are you looking for? You need to be on it because not everybody wants kids, and some people want kids, and some people have kids and they want you to have kids so that the kids can mesh. It's just everybody wants different things, but you have to know what you want. How are you going to find the person for you if you don't know what you want?
Oh, Secret says that she's going to call next time.
Okay. Well, one of these days, Secret, you're going to have to be a guest on our show.
Y'all could be different seasons right now. Summer is coming. I guess that was that Secret. I have no idea. They having a whole conversation in chat. What? I think Sean is in his soft guy era. What are you talking? She's talking about he couldn't go out with a girl because she was broke. I'm like, is he in his soft girl era? Like,
what's the drizzle?
Yeah. Oh. Drizzle. I'm in my soft guy era. He needs to take his soft behind to the bathroom and sit down because no.
That drizzle is making me laugh.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I can't. Yeah, but you may not know. I think you know what you want, and then where they really break down the person and they're like, oh, what kind of body type do you want? Oh, do they smoke or not smoke? Oh, do they drink or not drink? Oh, they go and do all these activities. What activities do you do? And you're like, I don't know. Oh, what do you like to do in the summer? Well, if you had an idea between TV, radio, reading a book, and I mean, you don't want to sound dumb, so I'm always going to say, oh, I love to read a book.
Well, the
Not
thing
really, but I don't want
you could
I don't
change your
want
mind.
someone who doesn't read a book. So
Cash, you could change your mind as to what you want, but you
no,
have
I'm
to,
saying when you
have,
first go on to the profile, when you go in and you start setting up your profile, you think you know what you want. You want a guy who's definitely 6'4" to 6'9". He weighs 100 and whatever pounds, and you get no people. So you're like, wait a minute. Okay, so he could be a minimum of 5'8".
look, if he's 5'3", I'm good. I'm 5'2". You have to be taller than me. If you're 5'1", I can't hang with you.
I'm just saying, so it's different. You think you know what you want, but and then you realize that there's only two guys who are over 6'4", and you're like, well, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, the thing is, that's the thing, Cash. That's perfect. You know what you want. That doesn't mean it's set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. You might think that you don't want somebody with kids, and you're talking to somebody who has kids, and you're like, I mean, I really like him. And I don't know why. That was so silly. I don't know why I didn't want somebody with kids. It doesn't seem like that's going to be a problem. So
No. Nope. Because if you have a whole basketball team,
well, kids. I don't care if you have kids. I mean, I have kids. What do you know?
What if the guy you were dating had 10 kids?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't. Kids are not my problem.
And they were 3 years old.
Height is a problem for me.
And
if
3
you're
years
shorter
old.
than me, that bothers
now you're the
me.
new mama.
How about you? What are you looking for, Mr. Vince?
Chemistry, attraction. Doesn't matter if they have kids or not. That I'm totally fine with that. Probably the main, I mean, chemistry, attraction, and then interest. If somebody likes to go out all the time to bars and clubs, I'm not into that. Once in a while, maybe to a nice outside bar, but I'm not into going out all the time. Distance, because it's hard, because I'm during the week, it's hard. You know what I mean? So like when it's a long distance. I try to make it work, but it's hard. But yeah, and then you go on, you communicate, and then even if they have interest, you don't have interest. If it works out, then you're going to do stuff with them that they enjoy. You might not enjoy, but you're going to enjoy because you're doing it together. So you kind of, relationship, you work on it as it goes. And I do want to meet somebody. I want to have, a relationship, a steady relationship, but you don't want to meet the wrong person, and invest that time. So it's hard. I mean, it's not hard dating or meet somebody. It's hard finding that right person.
Yeah, I think it's hard finding. And what I said is things change because distance is a problem for me. If you live too far away from me, I just thought I couldn't do it. But I'm dating someone who lives. Sweden? Yes, but I'm dating someone who lives 2 hours away from me. And we're having like a great time and we're making it work. And I really, I didn't think, we've been in this for a year now and we're having fun. And I didn't think that I could do distance. I was like, it's too far. It's too far. But he's like, I think you're worth it. I think we should try. I'm like, okay. But he put more effort in the beginning than me because I was just like, I like you, but you're so far. I don't think. And he just kept. So he made it happen. And now I'm really happy. So I feel like things change. You think that, if you meet the right person, then some things that you thought were really important aren't as important. I'm just saying. At least for me.
Right. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It'll work out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Unless you're
So
a
we're gonna do
boy.
part 2 next week.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It always
That's true.
Yeah.
So next week you want to talk about? Sean said you're gonna do something on Tuesday, but I don't know. But
I'm doing
next
something
Thursday,
on Tuesday.
I don't know. But we want to do next Thursday. We'll do part 2 on how to overcome these fears, because there's a lot of things that you can do if you're afraid for online dating to make yourself more secure and make yourself feel a little bit better about the situation. So
Well, just one tip, because they deserve at least one tip. Don't swipe left on everyone.
no, don't swipe right on everyone.
I'm saying don't swipe left on everyone.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking, if you say no, 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 then you're
Most
not
people
giving
don't do
your
that.
chance. You're not giving yourself a chance to learn and grow. And I mean, this is my personal opinion. I'm gonna swipe right on some people just so I can practice before I get to the real one and not be tongue tied.
Well, the majority of people, the problem is they swipe right on everyone because they it's like throwing a million darts and one of them will stick. So they're like, okay, if you swipe right on, like you like, I think I like him enough. I like her enough. Oh, I like, and they swipe too much right. It's not the person that you really, and then the person starts talking to you and you didn't really like them in the first place.
Secret is like,
I think I already know you swipe left on everybody.
If she ugly, Sean is swiping right if she ugly. That means you want her. Go on, find yourself an ugly girl and make it your wife.
Yes.
Okay,
Never make a pretty woman your wife. No.
I think if you swipe,
why would you swipe left
right
if you think she's right? If you think she's ugly, excuse me.
I think he meant the other way.
Oh, he's swiping left. Yeah, that's right, Sean.
If you swipe right a lot, it puts your profile picture more in the searches. It comes up more. I think if you go right.
Right.
Yeah, I see you swipe.
And that's why people do it. But then you have all these, like, none of these people are the people you want. You didn't really pay attention.
I do read the profile before I swipe out.
Me too.
That's why it does get tiring and everything. I do have a habit
I definitely
now. Like I read the profile before I swipe, but it's just it's like a second job. So I might if I go on it, I might be on for maybe 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, I'm tired. I can't do it no more.
Yeah, dating is a job. If you don't want to put the work in, you're not going to find a person. No one's going to come knocking at your door and say, "Hi, I'm the person for you. Nice to meet you." You have to do some work if you want.
Wouldn't that be nice, right?
Yes, it would be nice. You know,
that would be nice.
But
nobody was there. I looked. All right.
You looked behind you.
What are our fears of online dating? It may, like you think about it and you're like, what is keeping me from getting out there? So number 1 is the fear of rejection. Number 2, the fear of being ghosted. And number 3, just not clear of their wants and what they want from the dating app. Is there anything that surprised you tonight, V or Vince? I'm going to start with Vince. Is there anything that surprised you?
I did learn some stuff tonight, but yeah. I mean, listen to your experiences and everything. Definitely, I'm not in it alone. Well, V, obviously, you have a great guy, but I guess everybody went through. You think when you're doing it, you're the only one that went through it, or you're the only one going through it?
Yeah,
I guess everybody.
I've been through a lot.
You have to take a chance. Yeah, if you don't take a chance, you're not going to receive the reward. You're not going to meet the right person.
That's it.
But
right.
The ghosting thing,
yes,
that's I ghosted before, and it goes, and that's. You don't have closure with that. I would rather have somebody just tell me, hey, listen, I'm not feeling it, rather than not, because you want to know, because then you're like, well, what did I do? What did I do? Just say you're not interested, and then it kind of gives you closure. You feel better, but that dating, man, whew, I'm telling you.
Dating
Anything
is
for
it's a
you,
hard
V?
life. Yes, I did. I feel like maybe, well, I'm not dating anymore, and hopefully, let's knock on wood, I'm done dating. But if I were dating, I might give the coffee date a chance, because you guys made it seem like it's not so bad. So like I did, I'm like, all right. So I did open my mind up to that, but hopefully I'm never going to have to be, in that again. I'm done with that.
Nah,
but I think I would give the coffee, how about you, Cash?
I was just, again, listening to the stories and looking at our chat. Thank you for all the people who are in the chat. I never thought about a parking lot meetup, like for a catfish, like
I'm not doing that.
Catfishing, like, hey, hi, all right, bye. I never, or the small coffee. So now I have Vince's in my mind. I'm going to have an like, if I'm having an espresso,
yep,
it's done.
In an
It's
express
done. I like that.
meeting, in and out.
Or you go the drive-through.
Or you like Vince calling from the rest. Is that, yes, that is you. Oh, no, I can't make it. I'm so sorry. I have a flat.
So next week we're just going to do part 2. Is that correct, Cash?
Sure.
Because we're going to do the like how you can, the ways to overcome your fears. So we didn't get to that today because we were talking about, the fears. So now next week we're going to do how you can overcome your fear. So we hope you join us for part 2. And Secret Corner, I'm hoping that you call in next week. And Iris, call in next week. Don't be shy. So that's it.
So make sure you follow us, subscribe, tell a friend at Highlight on your Facebook or YouTube.
Join the Evening Rush Network. Please subscribe. They support us and you support us, and we are grateful. Vince, we thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you had a good time. You were a great guest. You're our first guest that doesn't have a podcast. And hopefully you'll come back again another time. I hope you enjoyed it and you'll join us again another time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I definitely will be tuning in. Next Thursday is the hottest podcast on Thursday nights. Thank you for having me. I had a great
Pew, pew, pew.
So I'm V.
And I'm Cash.
And this is Relationship-ish. Bye-bye.